Welcome back, welcome back, everyone, to another episode. We are here for another episode of everyone's favorite place to be on a Wednesday morning. Where else would you rather be on the internet on a Wednesday morning, Brandon? But right here at Practice, the show.
Today is the day we're kicking off the show, and it's all about funnels, marketing, and let's talk about momentum. Whether you're brand new or deep into the game, this is your go-to space to learn, grow, and launch and scale. And we are your hosts. We're creators, we're marketers, and we're ClickFunnels fanatics here to bring the fire. We'll be diving into everything ClickFunnels, how to build smarter funnels, what's working right now, so you can expect breakdowns of the One Funnel Away Challenge, real-time strategies, and success stories. No fluff, but we love to talk about actionable insights, have the honest conversations, and the tools you need to scale. So hit that follow, turn on notifications, and buckle up because we're just getting started in another episode of Pitch Practice,
the show.
My name is Mark, and I'm the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101. I teach the newest art and science of funnel building to help content creators sell other people's stuff.
Awesome. Brandon here, BKX6 Enterprises, your digital plumber and chief business strategist, helping you get those funnels found and fixing those leaks in your sales process along the way.
What's up? Are we live? I'm telling you, what up?
Yeah, we're 15 minutes late because of fantastic technology restream. You know, that's
Are we live inside of the Facebook group? We're not live, are we?
No, I'm trying, but it's not showing up.
Yeah, I didn't get the option to actually go live, although I've got everything connected. So this is a good practice. So we do know that we've got a little bit more work to do to actually be able to go live inside the Facebook group.
That's okay.
Inside the large Facebook group.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll download the video and publish it. So
Okay.
No worries there at all.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting for that approval to come through. I think I got the message saying it would happen last Tuesday, but hasn't happened yet. But we know how that goes.
That's okay. They're busy. They're in Barcelona. They're world traveling, but
oh yeah.
No. Well, so it's been a week and a half since Jasper, hasn't it? Has it been a week?
Yeah.
That's
crazy. It's been that long. Hey, what's up? Thanks for watching out there. Give us a hashtag where you're watching from down in the comments. Say what's up to us. It's been a week and a half. Oh my gosh. How crazy has it been recently? How crazy has it been recently? You sure we're not live inside of the group?
We're not. I don't see it.
Yeah, we're not, because I'm not even getting the actual option to hit the live when you go in live in the Facebook group. But that's fine. I guess we'll get this all ironed out. Do you know what this past week was too, Brandon?
4th of July.
Yep. And I think I made a post about it. That we hit a major milestone. And you know what? I wasn't even thinking about it until you know how something comes up on your story. You know how Facebook reminds you, and it said, here's a memory from 3 years ago. And there we were, uh can you believe that? And it was 3 years ago when I think it was about, if I'm not mistaken, it had to been about July. It was in the summertime. And I think that you guys were already in the middle of reading Traffic Secrets, right? You and Laura?
I think so. Yeah, I think that was the book kind of brought you in on, because again we were reading it, and I mean I knew ClickFunnels dude, and yeah, it's kind of brought you in.
Yes. And then and you were already, and you guys, was it 2 years or
I think it was about 2 years, maybe going on 3.
yeah, because it was
I was
all
selling cars at the time. It's like during the pandemic.
that was during the pandemic, 2022. I think we were, I don't know why I feel we were still on lockdown. We were on lockdown just for it's a long time due to COVID. It's like a year or two. That's crazy. But yeah, so yeah, here we are. And I tried to go back and kind of count the number of episodes that we've done. It's probably more, it's probably, I just said it was close to 200. I didn't go back to count, but yeah, it's up there. How do we have so many episodes? Because it's only 52 weeks in a year. So if we've gone for
Must have been doing it longer than we think.
You know what? We did do a few, and we've missed a couple weeks, but we did do a few extra episodes. And when we did our lives from Funnel Hacking Live, we did our lives from Connect in Hollywood, and then we've done lives directly from Funnel Hacking Live itself. Crazy. But I have to make a confession. I've been nervous about going live inside the group, Brandon.
We'll figure it out. There's no reason to be nervous about it. What's there to be nervous about?
Yeah, I know, right? It seems like you think that with the repetition and with going live as many times as we have, time and time again, that you come out and you're just, maybe it might seem that way on the outside, but I think it's just a thing that people you still feel that nervousness. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, Brandon, I think it's like, oh, I've been like, let's go live. Let's do it. Let's do it. And then it's been something else. It's been, oh, we need to come up with this. And then it's like, just do it. Just do it. So I'm glad that we are just doing it, because it's typically, once you do it, it's like running through the waterfall of fear. And you just go through it, and you just, it's kind of like a cold plunge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cold plunge. And you get past that part, and then you get to the other side, and you realize it's not as bad as you thought it was. But I've been nervous. Okay. So you know what? We're not in live inside of the Facebook group, but I still want to actually talk about what this means for me. And also, today's episode is about introductions. So we're introducing myself to the community here in the ClickFunnels group, in case there's I say in case, but I'm sure there's probably thousands of people that don't know me, Brandon. Would you say that? Thousands, not just hundreds? I mean, in a group of close to 390,000. No, there is 390. It's close to 400,000. And in a group of 400,000, I'm sure there's probably 100,000 that have no clue who we are, right? And here we are coming on, and we've got this show called Pitch Practice. The show, a little bit of background about the show. I think, Brandon and I were talking about it, but just to, those are really for our regular listeners that watch us from time to time, and they can actually follow along with our show. But for those of out there that don't know who I am or know who we are, I just want to give a little bit of background for us, where we came from and how we got into the Clickfunnels community and to where we are today. I've been in the Clickfunnels community since early 2019. I joined Clickfunnels after I was let go from a job in corporate America that I spent there for 20 plus years, and I was fired. You heard that saying, "You're fired"?
You got Donald Trump.
Yeah, I pretty much got the walking papers after working at the company. So I found myself in a position where I had to, I had bills to pay. I had a family to take care of, and I was kind of lost and not knowing what to do. I ran up, I did have some ideas. I think speaking with I was speaking with someone recently. We were doing, I was speaking with Dante Torelli when I did that interview with him out at the ClickFunnels Connect in Jasper, and he talked about his journey a little bit. I didn't know he was completely technologically incompetent, but that's what he said. That's what he said. But he said that he started off as a realtor, and when I got let go from that company, I had to decide, and I knew I did have a lot of interest in real estate. I've had some real estate myself. I've done some managing of properties, and I wanted to. I said, you know what? Let me see about getting a realtor's real estate license. And maybe this is something I've never even told before, but I went on to Groupon. You remember, I used to be such a Groupon fanatic, not so much anymore, but I signed up for a course. It was like a real estate course. And then I started looking into becoming a realtor. And I found one company that was actually like a franchise for rental companies. And I kind of went through that process. But what I found out was even if you were with this company, this franchise, you were still the marketing arm. You were the marketing arm. You pretty much had to go out there and get the leads, and you had to go out there and attract your audience. And I was like, well, what are these these franchise fees every month for? Well, apparently they weren't to get leads, because you still had to do it. So I think that's how that, I tell my story about a ad coming up in front of me when I was scrolling on social media for a free social media marketing course. And I think that's what my search was really for, was to improve my marketing skills. And I ended up taking that social media marketing course, and that social media marketing course led me to YouTube search that ended up getting connected with a YouTuber and getting ClickFunnels, and then eventually going through the One Funnel Away challenge. And it's been pretty much history since then. I've been building funnels in ClickFunnels Classic, and now in the new ClickFunnels. I've been part of the beta launch for 2.0. So I've seen, I've been there for Classic, and I've seen the evolution of ClickFunnels to what it is today. Super amazing. And I think we're going to be able to get into some of that today too, because we found some new stuff in there too, right?
Yeah, I was actually looking on my account. I don't see the same little widgets that I found on another account that I run and manage. So hopefully I can find it. We can do a quick demo of what it is. But
okay, could be that. Okay.
Yeah, and then with my story, it's kind of similar, but maybe a little bit different. So, my journey into the funnel world started in late 2019. I just moved up here to Ohio. I was selling cancer insurance door to door to farmers, and the sales process was um, knock on door, sell an insurance policy. That's it. That was the funnel. Knock on door, sell an insurance policy.
Human
Um,
funnel.
Human funnel. That's it. Set an appointment, come back later, sell an insurance policy. So I get in the house and I do the spiel and get to the close, and it's like you only got like 4 closes, right? You got the first close, and then you got a couple objection closes. And I'm like, well, these kind of suck. Um, maybe because I wasn't delivering them just right or whatever. Because there's a cadence that you got to follow. But I get on the web and it was like closes, how to close or something, right? And so first link that pops up was free book closer survival guide.
Hmm.
And that's what I clicked on. And I didn't realize at the time exactly what it was. Yeah, it was a free plus shipping offer.
It was a funnel.
It was a funnel. It was a free plus shipping offer for a free book, closer survival guide, paid $9.97 shipping or $7.95 shipping, something like that. Some astronomically low shipping price for it. And I got the book, read the book. It actually helped me out a little bit with regards to the closes. I was able to kind of weave them in there and make them my own. Wasn't for the pandemic, I'd probably still be selling insurance in-house, door to door. But ended up switching over to the automotive deal. But in between that time, so bought the book. There was a 4-week mentorship program after the fact. So it just moved up to the next ladder. I think that was like $9.97 or something like that. And then or $4.97, something like that. It wasn't too crazy expensive, but I knew it was something that I needed to get to figure out the mindset deal for what I was doing in sales, right? And did that. And then that was selling tickets to the live event, GrowthCon 2020. And I was like, screw it, I'm going. I don't know how I had the money to do it, but I just did it. So at that time I was selling cars at the time. Like I just got hired on to an automotive dealership. So from there, went to GrowthCon. I was like super pumped up about sales and marketing, though I had no clue what was going on at all.
Yeah.
I was just like there, like it was just a party, craziness. The Cardones were absolutely crazy, and I still didn't know and understand what the hell was going on. I was getting sold stuff, didn't know what I was getting sold to, but the one thing that stood out was Cardone University. And I mean, I kind of heard about it and I kind of Googled it beforehand and I saw the prices of it and things like that. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to pay that a month. And they gave a huge discount at the event. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy that now.
You got caught up in a price marinade.
Yeah, I did. So in any case, it was a stupid offer. Stupid as in good. And I was like, it's, just buy it, right? You can afford that price a month, cut out fast food and all that other kind of BS and, get the training. And so I took the training and that actually helped me in selling cars and actually becoming the hammer. So like my grosses were higher than anybody there at the dealership. And if it wasn't for the lack of cars, then, I'd probably still be selling cars. So fast forward a little bit. The one thing that I needed though was traffic. Even after GrowthCon, I was like, well, how do I get more traffic to the dealership? And so I Googled how to get traffic. And Traffic Secrets came up, that book. And again, here we go, another free plus shipping deal. This time it was for a hardback deal. And so I got it. I was trying to think, like, I don't have 2 copies of Traffic Secrets.
So
maybe I just got the audio book of it. Like I didn't buy there. Like I just went to Audible and I think I had a credit and I think I downloaded it there. But I still went to the funnel, right? So I still got kind of funnelized. But after getting the book, like I was getting these retargeted ads that was saying like, here's what you could have done with $9.97, right? but that led me into more of that world. And then the one funnel away challenge, I got that, and I got the little black box thing and all that kind of stuff. But it just goes to show like how a sales funnel can just continue to move you down the journey. And after I got the one funnel away, paid the $100 for that. I think I bought the upsell. The upsell was the Secrets Trilogy, where you just get all 3 books plus an additional course. And that's what has gotten me like kind of stuck in this funnel, kind of swirling around until I plop out the bottom to that prime mover coaching.
I know
And that's where I'm kind of swirling around at right now.
Yeah, it's like you continue to ascend up the value ladder. You continue to ascend because not only have you've got the books, you got the training, and you've attended the live events.
Yeah, so Funnel Hacking Live's a 4-year veteran with that, and then 3 connects under the belt, and looking forward to even more events. And in fact, I'm one of a co-host of 4 at Click Connect Columbus or something like that. So I think that's what we call it. But yeah, so we meet every Sunday, last Sunday of the month, every month in Northeast Columbus.
Right. Fast forward. I think we're both parts of the ClickFunnels, the beta rollout of 2.0. We were there, and now we've been I think with our dedication and with I've created hundreds of videos just about ClickFunnels and the software. I found it easy to make videos that would help my dream customers and my clients to get unstuck. And that's where I decided that I would publish regularly. And on my YouTube channel, I would make tutorial videos because I always believe that if someone was stuck in one area, then there's probably at least 10 other people that are stuck in the same thing. And so I made a lot of videos, and I think that is one reason that's gotten me a little bit more recognition, working with clients, and then it's got us both recognition. I think more than anything else is our consistency with doing this show, and we're always really promoting the ClickFunnels software. And we were both named ClickFunnels brand ambassadors. How cool was that, Brandon? How cool was that?
That was pretty cool. Never really had that opportunity for any type of brand. I never really went all in on a brand before. Usually you think of brand ambassadors, for like a Red Bull or something like that. And you got the hot chicks and the Hooters outfits type deal. So, not a blonde, and you wouldn't want to see me in one of those outfits. So, yeah, I thought it was cool. I think it made me nervous a little bit because, especially on social media, I'm a little bit controversial with some of the stuff that I like to post on there. And so, I didn't want to bring a negative light. This guy's an a-hole, and he's, promote ClickFunnels at the same time. So I'm not going to like ClickFunnels type deal.
I mean,
but it's like,
there's a lot of a-holes here too. You're not the only one.
I know I'm not the only one. There's a couple of controversial type people that are within the ecosystem but aren't, I guess, in the position
Right.
that we're kind of in. But that's okay. So I've kind of dialed that back a little bit. I'll try to continue the ambassadorship for as long as they'll have me. I know you got to reapply pretty much every 6 months, but I can tell you this go around was a little bit slow to launch. So hopefully they kind of extend that out a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think it's been super cool, and like so super cool in the fact that for somehow, some way, I even shared it with you, but it's been since deleted. But ClickFunnels made a highlight reel for me as a customer, which was like super cool. I could tell it was like an AI voice, but I was like, where did they get this information? Because it sounded familiar for what I put out, but I don't remember where I would have filled the form out for or anything like that. So I don't know, but it was cool to see. It was only up for about 5-10 minutes because when I went to go show my wife the video, it was gone. I was like, oh, that's a bummer. But
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. And you know what? I think it's been a treat being an ambassador, and what does being an ambassador actually mean? And it means little perks here and there, but I think what I really enjoy a lot about it is that I think the team, and it's not just, us as ambassadors, but all the other ambassadors just are are outstanding. They're smart in their own area and their own ways. And then you've been able to create this really strong support and referral network between the ambassadors, and we're all in a serving attitude. And I think that's one of the things that I like about it too, as well as just getting a little bit of access to developers, and asking questions and getting specific things changed, or even being aware of things, and getting a little bit of a head start, man. Yeah, that's been awesome. And I even, I don't know, maybe if you're in the ClickFunnels world, and you're cookie to ClickFunnels, you may even see a few of because I have people asking me about these sponsored ads that they've seen with me actually promoting ClickFunnels, and that's a top secret project. But we are working that. Top secret. Yep. And yeah, that, and I think
T14 classified. Can't tell you what it's about. If you're not getting emails, then you're out.
all I can say is that I've been lucky to get access to training from the guy that's run billions of dollars of ads for ClickFunnels, and being actually personally coached. That in itself is worth how much would you pay for a coach, and not just a coach. There's a lot of coaches out there. Some of them have experience and some of them don't, but this person has run billions of dollars of ads, and they're the ones that are actually coaching you. That's been y- an ex, it's something that I can't even explain. Or
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know. I mean, for advertising, consulting, and coaching, I mean, I've seen offers around $2,000 up to $5,000. I mean, even for like SEO coaching as well, or you know, $2,500 to $5,000 as well to be schooled and educated on it. So for you to have that access because you've put in the work on the back end to be a good promoter of the brand and the platform, it pays off in the end. I mean, this is years in the making. Like we're just 2025. You started in 19. I started in late 19, 2020. So, it's 6 and 5 years here that stayed loyal, continue to use the platform, continue to pay, and continue to promote. And it's good. I mean, we both made money doing it, but it's not about the money we make. It's about trying to help other people out. And I'm not there to just promote the make money online shtick, so to speak. I'm actually trying to promote using the tool to grow your legitimate like brick and mortar type business or service based business. So yeah, sure, you can still go down that route, the affiliate route, and find a product and do the digital sales online, or try to sell a PDF or something like that. But now I'm trying to take a real world application and merge the offline with the online. So um, yeah, it's been a journey to say the least.
yes, yes, and we definitely welcome you. If you're wondering what to expect from us, we've been doing this show for so long, and it's gone through a couple of iterations, right? I think in the beginning, I think I talked about this in a post that I made celebrating our anniversary. In the beginning, it was pitch practice, and we met for a half an hour, and we would read a book. When we would, we would take more than likely like a chapter a week, but we would read it first half hour, and then the last half hour is when we would come on live to just talk about how we were implementing those strategies or something that we learned the week before. Remember when we were closing survival guide and we were learning these closing skills, and we were really going out that week and practicing what we've learned, not just reading, but actually implementing. That's what we were doing, implementing. And that's why we called it pitch practice, because it was practicing our pitches. But it was not just practicing pitching, though. It's practicing selling, practicing DMs. But it was really, I think it was really about us sharing our real life and real world experiences as we're going out there and we are growing our businesses. We are consuming a lot of content, either in the Clickfunnels world. I know we've both consumed all of Russell's books, from Lynchpin to .com expert secrets, and we're even inside of the secrets of success. So I think we're pretty much, what would you say, all in ClickFunnels?
Say we're pretty much all in. Don't think I'd, use another platform. If, God forbid something were to happen and have to shut it down, it'd only be for a minute, and have to use some backup softwares. But I know I'd hate every second of it until I can get back onto this platform. So don't think that's going to happen, because to be honest with you, if you can get 3 people to sign up, and again, this is not type of pyramid MLM thing, but if you're an affiliate for the software, you get 3 people to sign up, it covers your costs. So, it's not hard to share this with 3 people in your group, in your tribe, to grow together with your own accounts. So
Yes.
that's our stick there. So Connect. Barcelona just happened this week. A lot of FOMO there with June posting all the fun that he had with Andrew and
Man,
Danny and all that kind of stuff.
How crazy. June and his team have literally been on vacation for a couple weeks, right?
Yeah. They went to Georgia, deep south, and they go to the deep south of Spain and Barcelona. And
No, yeah. But then remember, after, that we were with them at the Connect event that Saturday, but they literally stayed in Canton that week, because I saw pictures with them almost the next day at the ClickFunnels headquarters there, and then they spent a week with Todd. But that's all because of a special launch that's coming up. Did they actually talk? Has that information been released? Has it?
I don't think so, but it's pretty cool how international ClickFunnels is kind of becoming. So I mean, there's a big launch coming up in, I think it's November, or is it October?
November.
It's in November. So keep your ear to the ground to that. Huge announcements coming up. So we're not going to, if you read between lines of what's going on, you know who June is, and you kind of get what's going on. But there's going to be a big launch coming up for the brand, and the way ClickFunnels is now, that it's going to be in November, because they've not had to focus on funnel hacking live this year at all, or forever. They've been able to pull the resources and just deal with the platform itself, and have made some big strides in some of the usability and functionality of it. As far as making it faster and to work faster in it, and the integrations with Barnum PT and the other apps that are going live in it and being improved, especially the the social proof app that's new in there.
You call it the social proof app. It's one of my favorite features,
Yeah.
and it's
Yep.
called the conversion boosters. That's what you're
Okay.
talking about.
Yep, that's what it's called. It's the conversion booster, but I call it the social proof app.
Yeah, conversion boosters. Yeah, the integration with Stripe frameworks is really a game changer because you're not just sharing funnels, but you're sharing entire uh, workflows, email sequences. You're sharing everything in one link. Those are really a game changer. And then we even forget about the simple things that came early on in ClickFunnels to I'm still calling it 2.0, but the style guide.
Yeah, style guide's huge. I mean, it speeds up production so quickly. Like if you put in the work initially when you set up your account to get your style just right, it just it saves so many hours.
It
Um,
think about when we used to work in Classic.
oh
It's crazy to think how you used to have to change specific colors. You have to change colors on each page. You'd have to change fonts, button colors. Oh my gosh, crazy that we can do it all now. It's just all set inside of a guide. That's crazy. That's
yep.
crazy.
And then like the things that you have now, appointment bookings where you can actually set up a paid appointment. What else is in here
You
that
can
you don't really think about?
I think that not enough people are using the message hub or even understand how to use the message hub and how it's a place where you can manage all of your communication in the one place. And I think that's an underutilized hidden secret inside of 2.0.
Yeah, and it really is. And I'll be honest in saying like it confuses me, but I just haven't taken the time to dive in and really work it. Mainly because I do have some other software that kind of takes that over that I can integrate in when it comes to messaging, especially with AI involved. That I don't have to worry about coding and APIs and things like that. But if you didn't want to do that and you really wanted to build out your own messaging hub when it comes to either customer service or as part of your funnel flow, I mean, you can send text messages out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can have AI responses to that as long as you have the right APIs hooked up with ChatGPT and you have the appropriate number of tokens and things like that you can spend on. But I mean, it's all there. It just takes a little bit of a technical mindset to do it, and there are plenty of people in the community that are more than willing to help you out and kind of hold your hand as you go through it. And there are help FAQs things like that in the support section.
Mhm.
But I think that's probably one of the reasons why it's a little bit underutilized is just due to the complexity of really setting it up. The only thing that I've managed to connect to it would be for email. If somebody were to send a chat, it would just go to my email to kind of respond to because I don't have a text messaging, a third party text messaging app subscription that I'm paying for.
Yeah.
So,
Um, do
go
you
ahead.
do you remember in Classic there was something called each contact that you had a score, and it was based on 4 different criteria, and based on those criteria, it gave each contact it gave them a number, and that number was to help you, for lack of a better term, to understand a high ticket customer and another, maybe the customers that don't have the largest long-term value. There was recency, frequency, and it showed their number of social accounts. And there was one more. Oh my gosh, RFQR. I know I had really done a breakdown of it, but I can't remember it. but it gave them a score. And that was really helpful because you could click on a contact and it would show you their social followers. And I remember Russell saying, wouldn't you like to know if someone that's on your list has 30,000 followers, or if someone on your list has 100,000 followers? Wouldn't you want to reach out to them differently than someone would say a few less? We got having an Amber Alert. You hear that?
I hear it.
Well, inside of the Message Hub is that same feature. If you want, if I don't know if you use that in Classic though. I don't know if you ever use that in Classic.
I haven't. I haven't really paid attention to that. My list wasn't honestly that big enough for me to pay attention. But I'm looking at some contacts that just opted in right now. I'm actually redoing my funnel hub, and I got it to coming soon, and somebody actually opted in to my coming soon page. Which is kind of weird.
There you go. So many exciting things happening inside of ClickFunnels, from the Connect events. We got Connect coming up in Las Vegas. There's one coming up in Arizona, and look out
Columbus. Columbus every month.
Columbus, and they are popping up all over the world. We both attended the ClickFunnels Connect in Jasper, and I did get a chance to record a lot. I'll be releasing that pretty soon. There's been some replays. I know it's a bunch of people interested in seeing that because we had some great presentations there. That's going to be coming, and don't forget, look out for one coming to San Antonio. If you haven't been to San Antonio, oh my gosh, it's the Riverwalk. It's the Mexican food. It's just a great time. The Alamo. San Antonio has a lot to offer. So you better get your plane ticket when we have it down here, Brandon.
I will definitely look into that and support your Connect event. Okay.
Yes. And then we also know that's some extra stuff coming up around September, I think it is. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of exciting things coming up soon that we're going to be front row. We're going to be front row. So if you're out there watching and maybe you don't have access to all these things, stick around. We're known for going out there, aren't we, Brandon?
Yep, we'll go out there and create the content and show you as much of the behind the scenes as we're allowed to, and at least online. Offline, just hit us up in the DMs and we may share the secrets with you, but it'll cost you something. I don't know yet. We'll figure out what it'll cost you. But no, I mean, there's so much opportunity within this platform. It's absolutely crazy. And you mentioned earlier the Frameworks app that I don't think it's getting a decent amount of traction in it as well. If you want to compare it to anything, it's kind of like the Gold Rush story that you and I have heard a million times. Within the community that Russell has told. When the 49ers went out west to hunt for gold, there was one guy out there that was super smart in the sense of he went out there breaking his back, digging in the dirt and the water to find the gold. He went out there and bought up all the picks, shovels, and pans and resold them. So that's what he did to make money, and that's exactly what frameworks are. They have to be proven. They have to work, right? You just can't sell crap. You have to make sure that you build it and test it and make sure it's a good pick, shovel, and pan, right? And then you can resell that, and your customers should get similar results. So nothing is ever guaranteed. That's where the huge opportunity is, because not only can you sell the framework and give them access to it, but you you become an affiliate for ClickFunnels if somebody buys the framework that has not signed up for an account yet. So just so many ways to monetize. It's crazy. And that's the name of the game, monetization.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about just how many different ways there are to make money now online, just online in general. And how there's just so many different ways to make money. I I made a post on social media yesterday that's already made me 50 cents.
Nice. Nice. I looked at my bank account today, see what's got deposited in there, and I got $5.75 from Facebook. I was
Oh,
like, oh no, there you go. I'm gonna get me a Big Mac.
all you all you have to do is 100x that. A
That's
hundred
it.
100x that. And so speaking about that, I'm going to tell you there was a reason why I looked at that. So I'm gonna so I think we've all seen these little memes or quotes about what platforms pay per 1,000 views or what they pay per millions of views. So that little opportunity that we're doing, Brandon, is actually really more than a lot of these platforms are paying for views. Check that out. You know what that is, right? You know what I'm talking about, of course.
Yeah, I mean, there's this crazy trend going on called clipping, and I've actually heard about it a couple months back, and it had nothing to do with the ClickFunnels Connect event in Utah that that was put on, though it was mentioned there.
That's where it was mentioned. Was it Bridger that mentioned it? I want
I
to say
think it was Bridger. He mentioned the platform that you can kind of go on and kind of figure it out and sign up for the different campaigns, things like that. But I actually heard about it from a guy I follow on TikTok. Guy lives in Chicago, and he was I think he ran an SFMA deal, and then he kind of taught it on how to promote influencers that didn't know how to promote, and that was the course that he was trying to sell and things like that. But then he got into clipping is what we're talking about. So basically, there's these campaigns that are going out, and it. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart here. So basically, you take a clip and you put it on the internet, right? And that's it. It's a clip of something of a longer piece of form content. You cut it down and you put it on the internet on a kind of a ghost, a faceless account, and you get paid per view on it. So it's like influencer marketing, and it's simple in concept, but I can tell you, working in the back end, it's a little complicated. You got to use your own. You got to edit the videos yourself, right? I mean, you could use Descript. You can use Riverside to create your AI clips and things like that. So definitely recommend that. Or if you're good at editing yourself and you like doing that kind of stuff, Final Cut Pro is what you would, kind of need to really really make it stand out. But that's the new game now. It's clipping. So I'm not looking to make it a new shiny object. I'm gonna try it, see how it works, but it's not definitely not gonna be the main focus because I got other things to focus on. But I think it'd be a good way to at least try to make a couple bucks,
I've been
and
I've been
see what happens.
I've been doing it for about 5 months now already.
Yeah, I mean, you take these shows here, clip them up, and put them out there for yourself. Doing it for somebody else, a little bit more strategy to it, and because there's a monetary
You
gain on it,
you
you got
want
to
to make
play the
it a
game.
little.
You got to
You
play the
want to make
game a
it
little
good
bit,
quality. You
and
want
you
to make
want to
it
make a
better
good
quality.
quality. Yeah, definitely want to make a good quality clip that highlights the client essentially. Like, this is your client. You want to make good content for them. and then they're going to pay you to do it. It's way different when you're doing it for somebody else than when you're doing it for yourself. It really is. Like, as much as you want your stuff to look good and be perfect, we know that for us, it's just get it out there.
Yeah.
And let the chips fall.
Yeah. And I think when I first started doing it, I was just taking the clips that AI was producing. And I was having some problems with it because this software here actually creates automatic viral clips. And I was using what they gave me. And I wasn't refining it or anything because I wasn't really familiar with it. But since that time, I've really I've really gone in there and being able to actually, play with the captions, add in a little bit of B-roll, knowing how to transition things and adding sound. That's my big thing. I do love sound, but yeah, it's been my content creation. It's been my content creation not, I won't say policy, but it's been my content creation method for a while. It's been what I've been producing mainly. And I love it because I think I know I said something about this a few months back, but I remember when we came back from Funnel Hacking Live and Russell was promoting something. And I said on our show, I said, have you seen how Russell is promoting Funnel Hacking Live? And the way he did it was different than what he would typically do, because he would typically send you to a video that was, portrait. And let's admit, he can get long-winded, right? he can be long-winded. But this time it was different because it was a vertical video and it was this short form video clip. But we've also had experience with it, seeing it really come to the forefront because we were invited to a VIP retreat out in Lehigh. That's where we were.
Yep.
Sort of. Yeah, Lehigh, Utah, for what I call a content creator boot camp. And so we learned some of the latest strategies there too. But so ever since then, though, I've really kind of gone all in with short form video as being the type of content. Before then, I was doing a lot of tutorial videos, screen captures, just showing things. But then I'm starting to realize that it's telling a story in a shorter time frame. So you can tell a story and tell this story over 5 minutes. It's like, remember Russell had the perfect webinar script. Perfect webinar script was about a 45 minutes to an hour presentation. But then we had a Jamie Cross that created the 5-minute perfect webinar. Mm-hmm. Now that 5-minute perfect webinar has been reduced down even shorter period of time to the 60-second authority script that was from Eric Thane. But people who even have 30-second clips, and I think it's going down even further. So it's really I look at it as being able to tell a story or being able to give instructions from A to Z in a short period of time. And another piece of content that I have noticed lately is I don't know. Okay, so across my feed, I like cooks. I love watching videos of recipes, people putting recipes together, right? Mm-hmm. And I've seen now where recipes used to be, here, get this out. Let's talk to this. I'm going to be putting the sugar in, 2 ounces of sugar, and then I'm going to add your eggs and stir it up. Not anymore. You know what they are? They're like,
They're loud in your face.
Boom. Right.
Yeah, like I mean, there's this one guy I just started following. I can't think of his name. Starts with an A, but his slogan is "Don't f it up." Like, it's like today we're going to be making this awesome steak sandwich. Don't f it up, and then he'd go into putting it together, and just the whole mannerisms, kind of like that rough, tough, like I don't know, a-hole. Like he's like the a-hole chef, not a Gordon Ramsay, but just an a-hole. Like just don't f it up. That's what you do. Don't f it up. And it's like it's funny, and it caught me. I followed it, whatever, and try some of the recipes that he put down eventually. But yeah, I mean, and you only have, let's see, what, Facebook Reels now that does extend it out to 3 minutes, I think. Now, or
No.
is it still?
No. Have you
Still a
heard the
minute?
news? Have you
No.
heard the news?
No.
Facebook is changing. I don't know if it's changed just yet, but the change they made with the videos is all videos now are going to be reels. So there was a difference between the reels and then just posting video content. They're changing it so that all videos that you post now are going to be reels. And they also are cutting out the time limit. So there's not going to be a time limit on the Facebook reels.
Oh,
And
so basically they're just going back to IGTV is what they're doing. I mean, because IGTV was pretty much the same thing. It was Instagram portrait mode, and you can go as long as you want. So it's come back full circle, which is kind of crazy. And you mentioned that, how short these clips are and things like that. I mean, and not to give away a secret, but like the clip that I'm working on publishing right now has to deal with the attention span of people and how it's slowly shrunk down. And you're talking about, you got the 90-minute perfect webinar, you got the 5-minute perfect webinar, you got the 60-second perfect webinar. I'm waiting for that 7-second webinar because that's the attention span of people have this day and age. The 7-second perfect webinar. We'll see if we can come up with that.
it's like okay, it's like the influencer, the guy that dips his face. I know his name is Ashton Hall, the guy that with the muscles, and he's dipping his face in ice. His whole day is 30 seconds. He clipped it. It's like he shows a whole 24-hour, but they're quick, fast cuts. They're quick, but they use a lot of, if you pay attention, they use a lot of, it's called ASMR. You know what ASMR? Yeah.
Just the sound to it. Yeah.
Yeah, the sounds, and it's like you just hear it. It's like chop, 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 chop.
So dumb.
It's so stimulating to the ear. I mean,
I guess
my ears just get a lot of love with those videos.
I just keep scrolling. As soon as I see them, I keep scrolling. I only watch the mockeries of them.
The what?
I only watch the mockeries when they mock them. So like the fake morning routines.
Okay.
Like people make the fake. They do the fake routines against it, making fun of it. Yeah, I only watch those.
Yeah, those are funny. Absolutely. Okay. All right. So we've gone. Hey, I think we've covered most everything that we want to today. I think next week we'll be able to, just start diving deep into a little bit more strategies, and hope that you have enjoyed this episode of our pitch practice, the show.
Yeah, nothing to pitch it this week. Hormozy's launching. We did we talked about that last week. $100 million. Yeah. Go back, find our video last week. There's a QR code in there. Scan it. Sign up. Yeah, I don't get any money for it, but I might get a chance to go hang out with Hormozy, and I'd tell you what happens at that meeting. Yeah, so that's it. If you want to know more about ClickFunnels, leave a comment below, and we'll reach out to you.
It's an absolute pleasure to be able to come in the group. And just so you're aware, if you ever want to reach out to Brandon or myself, we always say our DMs are always open. And if there is anything that you'd like to see us talk about or any suggestions, message Brandon and he'll get back to you.
I will, I promise.
Of course. DMs are open. Appreciate you in there, staying in there. Give us a hashtag down in the comments just to let us know that you were here. And we will talk to you again. And remember, you can make the world a better place one funnel at a time. I need to go work on my Instagram.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Take care.